Hi guys, Freaky Fish Guy here, back again with another video. Bit of a weird video, obviously haven't uploaded in a while, but yeah, we all take breaks from the game. Last week I went to a Lord of the Rings event and I went to a One Piece event, both the first time I've ever been to those games. Obviously One Piece I uploaded a video for last week. I played the game, I came third. It was a fun game. That weekend I then went to a Lord of the Rings tabletop tournament. Again, the first time I've ever played a tournament out of 65 people. I came 23rd. Last round I was 12th. If I won I would have topped, but unfortunately I lost due to some circumstances, we'll say. So on the trail of playing loads of new games and having loads of fun, I thought I'd go back and play a little bit of Marincess. So I've played this for 2 weeks. Last week I came third at locals. This week, yesterday, I came second. So I thought, you know what, let's why not fire up the channel and make another profile. It's nothing new, it's nothing flashy. It's just a bog standard Marincess profile for those who want to play the deck but maybe aren't so sure on it overall. This doesn't mean I'm going to start uploading every week, guys, so if you are a long fan of the channel, thank you for your support. And I understand a lot of you probably got this weird thing, you're like, what? Was I subscribed to this guy? But no, it doesn't mean a lot to me. I'm no longer going for the big shots. I'm not expecting to ever reach 2k, but I'm just going to upload a video every now and again. That's enough of the waffle. We're going to get on to me. So yeah, I came second last night and third of this last week. The deck's still good. It does things. It makes a towers and a spell and trap negate. That's all it does. So you just fill it full of war crimes. Main deck, 3 blue tang, 3 seahorse. This is like the cream of the crop. This is what I consider the old school Marincess cards. Obviously, this was the first one out, and I remember when that came out. Blue Tang I remember buying for like 40 quid each at YCS London a couple of years ago when it came out, because people were expecting it to be good, and it was hyped, and then it didn't take any top cut because Spiral was there. Blue Tang on summon, send a Marincess monster from deck to grave. When it's linked off, you activate 3 out of Marincess card. Seahorses just summon it to any zone a Marincess card points to, and if it's engraved, you can banish it, summon water from your hand to the same condition. At one point, I used to play Gamma-Seal with Waterfront. You used to be able to summon the Gamma-Seal with this engrave. You can't use the grave effect the same turn it's sent off. That was really, really early on. Nowadays, we're just playing extenders. Another extender, Spring Girl, banish one from grave to summon it. That's good. 2 Pascalis on summon another one. Most of the time, I'm playing 2 of this. I'll side one out just so I've left with 1 in deck going game 2, game 3. The grave effect is really, really good. You can banish it, add a Marincess spell trap from grave to hand. It gets you back your field spell for when they out it, which does happen a lot. 1 Sleepy Maiden. I'm not playing Pascalis. Danny was asking why not, and I don't like it. You have to target a Marincess link and summon it to a zone it points to. A lot of time that doesn't really happen, and there's ways of interrupting that, where Sleepy Maiden is just target a thing, summon this. It doesn't have to be a link monster, it can be anything. It also gives the monster protection while this is on board. It's never going to happen. It is 2/5 booty. The only problem with this though, it is level 5, so you can't make the link ones with it because they specify level 4 or lower. So it does catch you out sometimes, but as a one-off it's quite nice. I side it out most of the time. Other water extenders, 3 Abyss Shark, 1 Silent Angler. A lot of people are like, why are you playing this? If you control water, summon this, search this. It gives you 2 extenders just for having a water on board. It does lock you into water, but the whole deck does that anyway. It can be used for a level 3, 4, or 5 of a number XYZ, so it makes Kragan simply. And Angler is a one-off, just a search of this. You have to search to summon. So if this is in your hand, or if it's engraved for whatever reason, or banished for desires, etc., you can't summon this. The only problem with that engine, really. 3 Ash. Just as a standard hand trap. There's a lot of branded at my locals, so it's still in there. I still like it. It's a good hand trap, does things. Spells, the Battle Ocean. I'm on 3 dive. Why am I on 3 dive? I don't know. The card's kind of cracked. It's Monster Reborn for you if you're Marincess, or if you have the field spell, which is very searchable. It's E-Telly or Barrage, as I like to call it. Just summon a Marincess from deck. It comes in very clutch most of the time. I like playing 3 because I'm more likely now to hit it off Blue Tang for giggles. 2 Desires. I was playing Prosp as well as the Desires last week. After a lot of talk with Callum, I was like, why am I playing this? It's really bad. So I was playing Prosp, then I cut it. 3 Mining, 3 Droplet. You send the equips and stuff, and it's very useful. Yes, I know Cash Tier is in the format with a Rise Heart still, so against a Rise Heart this comes out. 2 Twin Twisters. Originally this was the Prosps, and I took them out because obviously the Prosps weren't doing very well. Also there's lots of Runic, Kashtira in the matchup still, and also you got a little bit of Manadium and other things. And Twin Twisters does do a lot, pulls a lot of work. You can hit like the Runic Fountain, you can hit the Kashtira Bursts, you can hit loads of fun things. It's surprisingly good. If it doesn't work, you just side it out. Like, it comes up every now and again. Continuing the 2 ofs, 2 Book of Eclipse. Screw your bright boards. Traps. 2 wave, not playing 3 because it's very searchable. And then 3 imperm. Basically, it's just 5 imperm, this being recyclable and searchable. Important thing to remember is with wave, if you have a link 3, you can activate it from your hand without searching it. If you have a link 2, all of your stuff's unaffected. All your monsters, not just from Marincess, so make sure Kraken unaffected as well. Link monsters, because that's pretty much all that's in here. 2 blue slug. On summon, add a Marincess monster from grave to hand. You add back the seahorse, or if you've already got a seahorse, you add back the spring girl that you've dumped off the blue tame. 2 singing angel, one of them being common, forgive me. Again, on summon, search for a Marincess spell. It's a link one that searches a field spell. And the extender is great. 2 core an enemy, summon back a water from your grave with a condition. Also launch into water, this is really good for later on. When it's sent to grave, you get to add back a Marincess card from your grave to your hand. Never forget that. You can add back Dive, you can add back an extra deck 1 if you need to go for the grind game. A Crystal Heart, only 1. I was actually debating now playing 2 after the 2 locals I've played, because sometimes it does come up. It means that you don't have to use the Coral Engrave to summon back this one. So you can be a bit more... You can save the Coral for later. That's how I describe it, basically. 2 Marbled Rock. One of these would be basically another Crystal Heart. This is my favourite Marincess monster. Fun fact, a little bit of Freaky Fish Guy trivia. I just love the art. This was one of the first ones to come out as well. So it reminds me a lot of the original playset for Marincess, which was basically make this and set loads of paleo traps. Coral Triangle as a one-off. Obviously, it searches your trap cards, and the graveyard effect is cracked. It's soul charge for 3. Aqua Argonaut I'll say your towers. They're all towers in theory if you make them with the link 2. But this one is the good towers. It's a 4/3 towers spell trap negate if you make it obviously with the field spell and 3 equips. Most of the time you'll equip Coral, Crystal Heart, and one of the link ones. And obviously when you negate, you summon the Coral, and then you can go off that way. You can leave the Crystal engraved, so when you summon the Coral, you can then use the Coral to summon back the Crystal Heart, make another link 4, which is normally this one. Bubble Reef, in a standby phase, banish water, draw a card, get 600 attack every time a card is banished. You can discard, I think, is it? Yeah, you can send one water monster from your hand to graveyard, special summon one of your banished Marincess monsters. So this is the other play start. It's basically like Heat Soul. You can just banish the cards to draw loads of staples. There's Atlantis. This is a one-sided board wipe with core an enemy. You core an enemy to lock yourself into water. Tag out one of your link 4s into this, sploosh the board, and then you can't summon anything that's not water. So if your opponent's not playing water, you game mechanic cannot summon their stuff back. So yeah, that's always a fun thing to try and explain if they don't know. A Kraken, because it is Dryden on legs, it's very good in time, and a Dweller. Honestly, I don't know why Dweller's in here. He's ulti, he's shiny. He should be a splash mage. Really need to put a splash mage in here. Forgot for 2 weeks, still came 2nd and 3rd. Extra deck, side deck. Go second, 3 evenly. 3 Bell for the branded players. 3 Gozen for when you want to go first, and Kraken lock your people. 3 Anti-Spell when you want to be a Warcry person. Duster, 2 Cosmic for when you're playing against like Lab and Eldritch and everything like that. Right, that was the deck profile. I would normally do a combo tutorial video on this, however I'm pretty sure I've already got one up. So if you need to go and see how this plays, go check that out. If not, go find someone who's better playing than me. Anyway guys, that was the video. Like I said, I kind of just did it because I came 2nd and 3rd. I was like, oh yeah, I've still got a channel, why not? I'm not expecting this to get above 100 views, if let alone 50. But if you did enjoy the video, please drop a subscribe or a like. It just makes me smile a little bit from day to day when I'm checking my phone. Otherwise, that was a Freaky Fish Guy. Goodbye.